Greetings, metalheads, and welcome to the Friday 13th YouTube channel. Hope you're well, and I'm hoping you're enjoying all the albums and interviews I've done so far for this year. So, today we're going to be talking about the new Saxon album, which is called Hell, Fire Damnation, which has just been released on Silver Lining Music, which is a fantastic album. Great album follow up to the last album. Check it out, metalheads. Now, as we all know, Saxon were formed back in 1975, originally under the name Son of a Bitch. These guys have been writing some fantastic albums throughout their career, as we all know. Now, the band would sign to French label Kerry Records, and in 1979, the band would release their debut album, which was self-titled Saxon Saxon, a fantastic cult classic debut. With the original lineup would have Biff Byford on vocals, Graham Oliver on guitar, Paul Quinn on the guitar, Steve Dawson on bass, and Pete Gill on drums. In 1984, the band would release their next album, Crusader, a fantastic album, very bombastic. This album would also feature new drummer back then, Nigel Glockler. Now, Saxon don't get their credibility and respect as much as other bands do. I really feel sorry for these guys. They've really struggled throughout the years, but they're still writing fantastic albums. Now, I have a lot of respect for these guys. I always have done since I've been a little kid at the age of 10. They write some really strong, powerful, heavy albums throughout their career. In 1995, the band released an album called Dogs of War. I thought this was a really great album. Now, the band have been writing consistently heavy songs in the past, but I noticed the band were changing direction. They were still keeping the cult classic Saxon sound, but they started to introduce European power metal, similar to Gravedigger, Primal Fear, Brainstorm, them type of bands. Unleash the Beast in 1997 was another step up the ladder for the band. They were creating more heavier songs and going in a slightly different direction, like I said, but they were still doing cult classic Saxon. For me, Metalhead in 1999 was the turning point for me. This was an absolute fantastic album, and still to my day, this is one of my favourite albums. Every song on that album was powerful, solid, faultless, fantastic album, guys. If you've not heard Metalhead, you really need to check that one out. From the Metalhead album, the band have been writing consistently strong, heavy albums. The band are going from strength to strength. You can't knock Saxon. They are fantastic live. They're writing some fantastic albums. And the new album, like I say, Hell Fire Damnation, is a great follow-up to the last album, Carpe Diem, which was released in 2022. Now, this album, the new one, Hell Fire Damnation, would feature new guitarist Brian Titch from Diamond Head. Paul Quinn quit the band to move on and do other things, which I really do miss Paul. I guess the band really miss Paul as well. He's a fantastic player. Still a great album. They wrote some really good songs. Very solid album indeed, this is. But I just feel that little magic touch is missing. Paul Quinn's guitar signature. But still a fantastic, brilliant album. This album features 10 tracks. So I'm going to tell you what the song titles are for this new album. So the opening track for this album is called A Prophecy, which is an intro. It's followed by Hell, Fire and Damnation, which is the video from YouTube. Followed by Madame Galatine, Fire and Steel, There's Something in Roswell, as we all know, is another video. Kubla Khan and the Merchants of Venice, Pirates of the Airwaves, 1066, Witches of Salem, and the last song is called Supercharge. Once again, the album was produced by Andy Sneap, who's been working with the band on the last previous few albums. Fantastic producer, as we all know. Andy's a solid, state-of-the-art producer. Currently with Judas Priest and doing the new Judas Priest album. He knows exactly the great, perfect sound for Saxon, and he's done some fantastic previous albums for Saxon. So he's a solid producer, and he's really brought out the best with Saxon on this new album. Brian has recently joined the band, as we know, and he's fitting in very, very well on this new album. He's playing some great guitar in on here. Listening to the album, Brian is suited for this album. Hellfire and Damnation is a brilliant opening song after the intro. It's a real slap in the face song, some packed full of energy, packs a punch, and Biff's vocals are absolutely fantastic. Guitar work by Brian and Doug are doing a fantastic job together. As the rhythm section with Nibbs and Nigel are also fantastic, very powerful rhythm section. I have to say that Biff's vocals are probably at his best. He's doing a fantastic job on this album. Biff's been doing some fantastic vocals throughout his career, but today on this new album, he's really shining through. It's a traditional Saxon song with the power metal vibe, like I said before. The Primal Fear, your Gravediggers, your Brainstorms. Both the European power metal and the traditional Saxon sound really does fit well for this band, and they've been doing it for a few years now. Now, the next song is called Madame Guillotine. This is a really cool song. It starts off with Nibbs playing the bass guitar, a nice little dirty bass guitar tune, but it soon kicks into a really cool song. It's not as heavy as the first song, Hellfire and Damnations, but it's still a classic Saxon tune. The song's about the French Revolution, Madame Guillotine, so you can imagine what the lyrics are about. Really catchy song. Now, the next song is called Fire and Steel. This is a really great song. It's a really heavy, powerful song. Some fantastic vocals by Biff. Doug and Brian's guitar playing is outstanding, and so is the rhythm section by Nibbs and Nigel. Now, Nigel starts the song off with some really double bass, slapping your face drumming. Brilliant vocals, brilliant all-around song, really catchy tune with some great guitar solos. The next song is called There's Something in Roswell. As we all know, you may have seen the promotional video. It's a really good song, really catchy, great video. Biff's vocals are shining through. Really catchy tune. It's a little bit laid more back than the previous song, Steel, Fire and Steel. But it's a really good Saxon classic song. It's one of those songs that Saxon would do while you're driving in your car, window down, belting it out. Next song is Kubla Khan and the Merchants of Venice. As we all know, Kubla Khan was a Mongolian warrior. This is a really good song. It's a really heavy song, very up-tempo. It's a very interesting title for this song, and I'm kind of wondering where Genghis Khan and Venice comes in. But really nice to interview Biff or one of the boys and find out more in depth about this song, how it was created and what it's all about. Another great song on the album is the next song. It's called Pirates of the Airwaves. This is more of a laid-back Saxon song, but it's still got heavy parts. There's a lot of time changes and signatures in this song. The guitar solos by Brian and Doug are really good. I guess Doug's doing similar guitar solos to what Paul Quinn would have done. It's a really, really cool, catchy song, which is melodic and still very much Saxon. Now, all in all, this is a great album. If you've not already bought the album, I suggest you do. It's called Hell Fire Damnation. It's released by Saxon on Silver Lining Music. Go and see the band live in March. They're touring with Judas Priest and Uriah Heep. This is going to be a fantastic tour. I'm looking forward to seeing them in Leeds. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Stay safe and please support Saxon. They're still rocking. Thanks for watching.